Yeah. Hey, take your life, right? You're like, hey.
That's what I say.
Where's your quilt bar, man?
Oh my God.
Take the long walk up a short pier.
I'm gonna cut down my stuff right away.
Where's your house? Who come for it?
Eyes up!
Come for it! Try it!
Which property do you prefer?
Yeah, you like Walnut Creek? Senseless destruction, man, destruction!
Do you prefer us to set up at Walnut Creek or in El Cerrito?
Destruction in the name of creation!
Which one of your properties would you like us to live on?
Hey, we can go to Walnut Creek or El Cerrito, your choice.
I think Walnut Creek's the apartment.
Yeah.
The other one just looks like a legitimate land. All right, you guys, we're here recording Officer Aranus, probably about to try to destroy people's property, put diabetic people at risk. Huh?
I don't know what True is right now.
I will see you later, man. Hey, he's my friend. He's got my back.
I got that.
Who's fucking with you?
No, he's not.
No.
He puts sick people in jeopardy
He is,
yeah, he stole my messages.
without a property receipt. Without a property receipt, it's illegal to confiscate somebody's gear.
No, you called us lazy.
It's illegal to pocket money too.
Yeah, I don't call their name.
$700.
It's also illegal to tell us that we can't protest. It's also illegal to tell us that we can't protest. We are here in protest. Is your ear bleeding?
You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law.
Title 18 USC. Okay, so hold on. So according to Title 8 USC 1401, we are constitutionally entitled citizens. Now, to deny us our constitutional right to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, we're working with all of them.
I'm not getting bed bugs or rape. They can be wherever the fuck I want it to be.
I'm working with all of the nonprofits. I am working with all of the nonprofits. There is not room in the shelters for us. And yes, I am working with all of the nonprofits. And there is not room in any of the shelters for the 3,000 plus homeless people in this town. We have a right to exist. Not only that, but you're interfering with a protest. I am working with all. I have case managers. I'm working with all of them. You're told that it doesn't matter. It's our First Amendment right to gather. It's our First Amendment right to protest. We have the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. You are in direct. You are in direct violation of Title 18 USC 242. You are under civilians arrest.
I appreciate your citizens.
You are under citizens arrest.
Citizens.
For violation of Title 18 USC 242, which states that anybody acting under the color of law that chooses to deny us any of our inalienable rights can be put in a federal prison for up to 1 year without any damage being caused to the person.
I do my job, and still people are trying to put me in jail for doing my job.
It's because you're telling us.
It's illegal because you're Nazis.
It's because you're telling us we can't protest. It's because you're telling us we can't protest.
Why do you want to fuck with a big old dude like you anyway?
It's because you're telling us we can't protest. You're violating your oath to uphold constitutional law against any threat, foreign or domestic, at all costs. You are not free to go. You're under citizen's arrest. All right, who caught that one? We're working our best to fucking deal with this, but obviously Officer Aranus is uneducated and does not know the law. Officer Aranus does not take his oath to uphold constitutional law seriously. You are a domestic terrorist and committing treason by telling us we cannot protest. We are protesting the cutting of the trees for a redress of grievance as the government, as the First Amendment states. You just told us we couldn't gather, and you just told us we couldn't construct shelter to defend us from the elements, which is a violation of the Geneva Code.
Do that here.
We can do that anywhere. This is commons.
It's not your property.
We can do it anywhere. It's the First Amendment.
It is our property. We, the people.
And you don't get to
own
eminent
the
domain. Your
people's
eminent
park.
domain is up 7 years after
We,
it not being
people,
used for the
own
pro.
people's park.
Your
That's what we
eminent
do.
domain is
You
up.
guys do, but we are the man.
Your eminent domain is up.
Preventing other park patrons.
We're not preventing anyone from anything. We're not preventing anyone from anything.
Nobody else can use that area.
Oh, yes, they can.
You're over here.
We're not squatting. We are protesting. We are not squatting. We are protesting. We are not squatting. We are protesting. We are not squatting. We are protesting.
You're here
Because you're harassing people who are protesting. Because you're harassing people because you don't let me speak either. You want to speak, but you won't listen to my words.
I listened. You said you're protesting. I said your stuff's over there. Then that's what the problem is. Not you. The problem is your stuff.
Then my stuff has a right to be there. According to Emmett versus Boise, the 9th District Court determined,
Aranus versus.
fuck you.
Oh, that's
You're ignorant, you don't know the law, and you want to violate our constitutional rights. Officer Aranus, what authority do you really have? You're not a magistrate. You're violating our constitutional rights.
tent is in the custody of the magistrate.
No, it's not. The tent is in the custody of its rightful owners.
I don't have it anymore. I put it in the.
Oh, you stole property and put it into an evidence locker without a receipt, without a property receipt. That's a violation of Title 18 USC 52.2-A, which is your code of conducts.
We can go somewhere like Walnut Creek, El Cerrito, steal some stuff.
Which would you prefer, your apartment or your other property? And I'm spouting off legitimate statutes. These are legitimate statutes. They are above federal law. They are above state law. These are constitutionally backed laws, and you are violating them. Title 18 USC 242. Look into it. Title 18 USC 242.
To the guy behind you, hey, take care, man.
Title 18 USC 242. Title 18 USC 242. Title 18 USC 242. Look it up, you piece of shit.
Bullshit, get him out of here. Leave him alone.
I'm not leaving him alone. I'm not leaving him alone till he leaves us alone. If I have to, I will challenge him to a duel. According to the sheriffs, I will challenge you to a duel. As per the law of California, I'll put it in the news 2 weeks in advance, and we can duel at sundown. It's not unattended. It's not abandoned. This is a picket line. You cannot cross a picket line. Well, he's over there and he's trying to lure me back and forth from tent to tent so that he can run back over here and steal the main tent. He's harassing them. He, of course, refuses to acknowledge federal law, but that was to be expected. All of you guys stay here. Don't interfere. Allow him to trash things. Record it. Record everything he's doing. If he's not gentle with the items, he's not respecting people's private property, and yet he expects us to respect their quote-unquote private property. I mean, isn't the sidewalk technically Berkeley City property?
Oh, he knows. He knows. You don't care about that. That's legal now. That's my point anyway. He never arrested me. This cop has never fucked me ever. Let me tell you right now, this police officer has never fucked with me in my life, dude.
That's interesting. He's woken me up at 3 in the morning on city property.
No, he's never fucked with me, dude. So I don't know why you people be fucking with him, because that's my homeboy. And he don't fuck with me.
Are you really defending a police officer, Soda? Are you really defending someone that has woken me up at 3 in the morning? Are you really defending someone that doesn't care about a diabetic's property and just throws it into the street?
Well, you know what we call people who defend pigs? We call them bootlickers.
Yeah, he's a bootlicker. Thanks for being a bootlicker, Soda.
You're a bootlicker. A bootlicker? Yeah, dude.
You licked the boot.
I ain't disrespecting nobody. I ain't new. What the fuck?
See, that's the thing. He keeps thinking people are new that have been here since they were children. Like, he doesn't recognize me, or last he said.
I don't care how long, dude. I went to school here, dude. I went to culinary school here, dude. What the fuck? I'm new.
I've been here since I was a kid, bruh.
Dude, I went to school here. I went to school in the fucking venue, dude. What the fuck?
So I'm pissed off right now. I just dropped something.
No, you're just trying to kiss ass.
Fucking brown nose son of a bitch, dude.
Yep. Brown nosing. He's got his nose so far up his ass, dude, that he's got dingleberries in his mouth.
Sniffing corn, brother. Yeah, sniffing corn, he got that fucking nose so brown.
Some of them, yeah. You know, it's kind of difficult when they cut down Mario Savio's tree, and they cut down David Nadel's tree, and they cut down 22 trees without a public forum, and yet they wonder why we're protesting. Like, and then they don't want to acknowledge that we're even protesting. They're like, oh man, your rights don't mean anything because it's UC property. And the thing is, you're a privatized corporation that doesn't deserve a police department. All right, you guys feel free to follow. Get back to the fucking tent because he's going back over there maybe. All right, he's moving over there. They ain't got no tents. All right, we're good. All right, that's the end of the broadcast, you guys.